Hey YouTube, what you know good? He is the Reverend. We're back with some more of that fresh art goodness. So, what are we working on today? Well, today it's day 22 in illustration 22 for October 2020, where I did 31 illustrations in 31 days. All original characters made by me or friends or comrades or fellow artists. This one is another OC made by my boy J.H. Sarin. And this was a continuation of what we were doing like we did in illustration 17 with his character Daikin. Another redesign for the alternate story we were working on. For those who didn't catch that one, my boy Jay, he has made several original characters, all based on customization he did in a Facebook game called Ninja Saga. This is how he conceptualized a lot of his characters, including his current avatar. One of his characters is, I think it was like an experimental character. I didn't follow his Ninja Saga stuff very thoroughly, like a lot of his fans do. But he had this redhead character who went by the, I guess she was supposed to be an experiment or that he was working on. Not quite sure what to do with her, but kept her around, for practice for so and so. At least that's what I think it was, because her name, no joke, is Sample. Her name is Sample. I don't really know exactly why. I'll have to ask Jay about it. Then again, he might be watching this video right now, so he'll probably tell me in the comments. But anyway, for those who didn't catch what happened in day 17, I was taking these characters and redesigning them to be in an alternate world. We had a story idea for all these characters and basically repackaged with different backstories and different paths in like an alternate world where there was an ongoing war. Think kind of like the world of Soul Calibur. At least that's how I picture it. Different countries, different nations, different fighting styles, etc. And while Raiken was in a spot similar to like Rome or Greece, like a location where there's a lot of gladiatorial combat and whatnot, Sample was in like a different, like a European, I want to say like a German empire kind of situation. Think like medieval castles and whatnot, and she was essentially in this one like one of the higher ranks of like the knights. And not only were, if I recall correctly, all these characters, like Jay was the one who was writing the story for the most part, and I was giving him some ideas as well as character designs. But if I recall correctly, Jay had given each of these characters not only their own fighting style, that I helped them figure out which one was going to be which, mainly because I'm a martial artist and I like learning about these things and researching them anyway. But they also had like an affinity for certain elements. Think almost like Soul Calibur meets Avatar: The Last Airbender or something. If I recall correctly, Raiken had lightning. I want to say he had lightning. But what I do know is that Sample had earth. Hence, what I was trying to do with this particular illustration here. I just had this idea that since Sample is a sword wielder, and she had the affinity for earth, I just thought it would be really cool if she could just essentially summon a sword made out of just sheer rock whenever she wanted to. It's like a sword wielding version of Toph, with the way she could just handle the earth. She would just stomp on the ground and just poof, out comes a sword, and she just immediately just grabs it as it comes up and just immediately goes at it. If someone breaks the sword, it's okay. Stomp the ground, summon another one. I was thinking maybe she could even do something with like spears if she wanted to, or she could also, of course, just be really quick at summoning like an impromptu shield. I mean, there's so much you could do with elements, but it also would have run the risk of being a little too OP if we weren't too careful. I wasn't quite sure how powerful this is going to be, but I did like the idea of the whole sword. I don't know if Jay was okay with it, but it made for an interesting illustration. I have no idea when we're going to get back to that. We have a webcomic that we're conceptualizing right now and we're working on. So that right now is our current priority. Well, actually, there's two big things that are main priority. It's that, as well as a little something else that I'm working on with Jay right now. Man. A quick reminder that I also do 3D work in Blender. I'm more of an animator, but I've been learning modeling, and you will see exactly where this is going in due time. Hopefully, it won't take much longer. I've been really busy. Yeah, I think we did a good job with the design for a lot of these characters. We didn't redesign them all because we never really finished the story. But I'm all for redesigning the rest of them. I thought we had some pretty good ideas, and frankly, Jay just has some really cool characters that I like drawing every now and again. So I definitely won't mind drawing them again. But I don't know which one I would draw next, but we shall see. But until then, let's go ahead and just put that on the back burner, and I'll figure that out later. And as for this illustration, let's go ahead and just wrap this up for today. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. If you want to support this little project, remember I do commissions and have a Patreon. So until next time, take it easy, memento mori, and I will catch you all in the next one. Kill the feed.